podcast with Kurt Maggs. Kurt Maggs Radio.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Key Witness Media Podcast, and this is your host, Kurt Maggs, in the building. What's poppin'? Also the host of the Kurt Maggs Radio Show. I think today's episode I wanted to speak about the black community and what we can do to help as adults. And this conversation was sparked actually this week as I was talking to a older black gentleman, and we were talking about education and opportunities, growth, and being able to take advantage of what's out there for us. And I asked him a question about what should we do with the black youth and how can we help them and provide services and our help to make them understand that there are opportunities out there. And the reception I got from him was very negative. And I was shocked to hear what he had to say. And to put it and sum it all up, he was pretty much, forget him. I'm just going to worry about myself. From where I come from, somebody had to reach out to me. Someone had to help me. Some lessons came free, some lessons came bought. A lot of times I'm gonna call them children, they come up in a home that may not have been the most positive, and they may see nothing but negative images and hear negative things, see negative things, and witness negative people all around them. But just to say forget about them, I just can't do it. My goal is to, and I've been doing this for probably over 20 years, so it's not nothing new for me. I've helped a lot of people out and asked for nothing in return. And I think the most that I could ask from them is to do something with the help that I may have given them. Whether it be motivation, whether it be financially, but it's to provide them with something and the resources that they need in order to have a better quality of life, and that they pass it on. You don't pick and choose who your parents are. You don't pick and choose where you live. You don't pick and choose of how you're being brought up. But at some point you do have an opportunity to pick and choose what direction you go in, whether that be negative or positive. Now, I'm a 100% believer in sacrificing what I have and what I do in order to make the younger generation better. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not going to be able to save everybody, and there may be people that don't want to be saved. We cannot worry and stress about that. I've seen people come out of the gutter and make it. I've seen people get rejected and make it. I thank God for all the gifts and talents that He's blessed me with. And what early on I was able to recognize those gifts and talents, whether it came from music and recording. And I had people who helped me and showed me what I needed to do in order to grow as a person. Now, I didn't always take education seriously. And I'll admit that to anybody. I don't care who it is. I didn't take it seriously until I got older, until I realized that when you're out here in this world, and don't get me wrong, my parents were big and heavy on education, especially my father. May he rest in peace. He always pushed education for me and my siblings. I think I may have been the only one who didn't take it seriously. I'm like, I knew how to make money. And I figured that's all I needed in order to make it in this world. But when you want to get around certain people and live in certain areas and things like that, it's going to take more than just money. You want to be able to relate and be able to speak with them. You want to be able to understand where they're coming from. And you want to be an example to the younger generation and tell them all things are possible. Now, I consider myself a man of faith, belief, and understanding. But I also know that hard work will carry you a long way. Remain positive in everything that you do. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be obstacles for the youth, even the young adults. We can't leave out the ones that are actually out of high school. We're talking about between 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There's a lot of decisions that has to be made. And I want the young people to know that somebody cares about them and loves them. It's more to life than just twerking. And I'm going to even say this first. It's more to life than entertainment and sports. As much as we need more lawyers and judges, because the justice system is very bad. And once you get in that web, they want you to remain in that web. They don't want you to get out because that's how they're making money. My focus moving forward is to create scholarships, resources that help people to be better and do better. Many people are not going to just hand you everything and say, here you go, because that's not even realistic and that's not life. That's not how it goes. But to that older gentleman, figure as long as he take care of himself, forget everybody else, I see why you are where you're at. Peace and God bless.